Got a little traffic collision here on the right here. Everybody, look at. Show the wide shot there. Oh my, we have a anyway. All right, listen, we got Steven Blake's here, new pop. Had a baby girl. Was off last week. Not really off because he's working, man. So, but you're back, and are you sleeping okay?
That's been the struggle, but we're making it happen. The wife has been helping a lot, obviously.
Right. I mean, she's probably doing the heavy lifting.
Yes.
So you're here and coming off a big weekend of racing last weekend, coming up this weekend, or in 2 weeks. You guys are off this week coming up. But on 26th, we'll see the NASCO Citgo Lubricants late model twin 35s, spec mods, mini dwarfs, and then the 911 Chiefs race.
Yep, that's right. So we're looking forward to that one. In fact, I'm looking forward to seeing the spec mods come back after a couple weeks off. They had a good field a few weeks ago at the fireworks night, and Chris Dalton has been locked out of victory lane for 2 races in a row, which is rare for him. So. Right. Looking forward to that.
All right. Follow these guys on Facebook. Take a look at their Facebook page. It's at Kern Raceway. It's got a lot of great stuff on there, a lot of great photos. From
Keep
Ricky
that updated
Bassman.
All night long.
Speaking of Ricky Bassman, nice shot here from him showing the beautiful pink skies on Saturday night, which I think Vin Scully was calling the Dodger game that night and made some kind of comment, some kind of legendary commentary about the beautiful cotton candy skies of Los Angeles. And we got a little bit here in Kern County. And some of the action from Saturday. I like this picture here of these two guys. What's going on here?
Well, this is kind of, in fact, this is a little bit of a preview, and something we wanted to touch on is they didn't race on Saturday. These are the Thunder Roadsters. They primarily race out of Las Vegas. They kind of resemble old like Champ cars and Indy cars and that type of stuff, but they run the Legends power plant. They're coming to us in August, and we wanted to kind of hype that because they're telling us they'll have over 20 cars.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's just kind of a little preview with the Speed Racer will be here in a couple weeks.
Nice.
And what did they? What type of lap times did they turn?
They're pretty comparable to the spec mods and the trucks and the S2s, and we have a whole gaggle of
for
cars.
Having a motorcycle engine, and that's pretty good.
Yeah. So they're capable of 21-second laps on a half mile with a motorcycle engine. It's pretty impressive, and the sound they make is pretty cool.
Okay. And we had trucks running here this last weekend.
We did, and Ronnie the Rocket right there in the 78, and using all the real estate he can to get some speed, and then he got the victory. It was a big night for him.
We have highlights, right, Chris? First of all, let's show the Bando crash first. You got to see this, Griff. This is.
I have seen this. This is pretty good.
This is pretty good. You get a really good sense about how fast these cars are going. Again, these onboard cameras are fantastic for these kids.
It's about a minute in, although it looks like we might already be up to that point.
I think we cut into it a little bit.
Yeah, there we go. So Alexis Mann on the inside, Ryan Dunkelberger on the outside, and Alexis, it kind of looks like she might have come across Dunkelberger, but she goes for a ride down the back straightaway, side over side, and they get a little replay in there for us. So some good editing by the Dunkelberger crew.
Yeah.
What was kind of interesting is both these drivers are out of Simi Valley.
Okay.
So a little bit of a Simi Valley rivalry, perhaps.
Was the girl okay?
She was beyond okay. She was laughing, smiling, thumbs up. It was almost a little bit weird, to be honest with you. It was surreal. Now I don't know if any of you guys follow like youth racing, go-karts, quarter midgets. A lot of times you'll see on their bio the date of when they first flipped. And the way they always look at that is, well, I was going fast enough to flip, so it's almost an accomplishment.
Right.
And I think Alexis was kind of feeling that way. There was a comment from one of her family members pointing out, well, I guess he found the gas pedal because he found a way to flip it. So, yeah, if you're not wrecking, you're not going fast enough, right?
Let's show the highlights from last weekend's racing. Some good stuff there.
All right, so this will be the alternative angle. This will be the eye in the sky of that incident. Cade McClenny, who is a mini dwarf driver, of course, at Scott's Bakersfield Speedway and at Kern County, he's been turning it on, but got a little bit too aggressive there and got into the 18 of Dunkelberger. The 29 of Brandon Rogers came back, and there's the aftermath of the 66. And like we said, she was waving to the crowd, and no problem for young Alexis. Tyler Bannister, remember, he was in that accident on the opening lap last week. He comes back this week, and despite a pretty strong field, he gets the victory. So Bannister, win number 6 on the season. Mini stocks and tough break for Stacey Evans, our leading rookie driver. She had some transmission problems at the start and couldn't get the car into second gear. This track is so small, they only run the car in second gear.
Oh, really?
And she was trying to get it into second, was stuck in first for a while. The Mad Dog, Randy Smith, in the 41, awfully strong this year. But you'll recall 2 weeks ago, that 15 of Terry Pettit led almost the entire race before Randy Smith was able to break through. Well, this go around, Terry Pettit really showed his ability. Randy Smith fighting with the Iceman Dylan Baker there a little bit. And while this is all going on, Terry Pettit is just in control. Will lap traffic by the end of the race, and you see the brakes glowing on the second and third place cars. But Terry Pettit able to fight these guys off and get his first career Kern County win. And it was a great, top 3 cars under a blanket at the finish. All right, first of the Citgo Lubricant Twin 35s, and what you don't see is the number 4, Brian Richardson, backed into the wall in the trophy dash, had to start shotgun on the field because he slid over into Eric's car.
Okay.
So they kind of taped over and turned the 44 into a 4. So while he was doing his bidding from the back, all eyes were on that 15 of Lance Wilson. As Wilson comes up into second, there's the number 4, Brian Richardson, already up into 5th. As Lance Wilson taking the lead from Chris Dalton. And Dalton led laps in both of our late model 35s, so he had a good night. The 4, Brian Richardson, gets around Buddy Shepard for second, but no one was going to get to Wilson on this one, and Wilson gets the first of the 35s. All right, NX Legends cars. And they tried to make this tough on Brandon Weaver. He won Friday night comfortably, and so we had a 6-car invert. But that did not deter the 13-year-old, and it's so impressive, some of these young kids, the 15 of Weaver working on the 17 of Olson, but like I said, this race wasn't too tough for him as they go side by side into turn 3. A little bit of a shortcut there in the corner. And this is your points battle as well between the 15, the 17, and the 31. Eddie Garoni in the 31 had some issue. He pitted. His crew wasn't even sure why he pitted.
Really?
And they just sent him right back out, and he had to march back through the field, and he got the 5th. All right, Southwest Tour trucks. I know it's not the Camping World trucks, but it's cool seeing full-size trucks on the half mile. And they run the same engines and tires and a lot of the same stuff as the Super Stocks and the spec mods. And so, 21-second laps. And Ronnie the Rocket Davis came into the race 3rd in the points and gets the all-important victory. Okay, this race had drama. The second of the Citgo 35s on our Allstate night. 13 of Josh Horn gets out to the early lead, and he's done that a couple times this year. There's Lance Wilson. Now, of course, Brian Richardson, he had to start the back in both of the 35s,
right.
So he's still working his way forward, so it's kind of deja vu on this one. There he is, getting around the 5 of Chris Dalton. Pretty cool to see the number 1 of Paul Ebersbacher. And then we had some trouble in turn 3 as Cole Adamo and Chris Dalton get all tangled up. And that was a tough break for them. So on the restart, things start to get pretty aggressive among the top 4 cars. Wilson fighting off a very strong charge. Here comes the number 4, Brian Richardson, from worst to first. And the 22 of Buddy Shepard is going to be the optimist here and take advantage of that and go to the inside. And the 13 of Horn is also going to go to the inside. And Lance Wilson's going to find himself falling all the way to 4th.
Wow.
And what a strong drive for the 13 team, right? Well, it's going to boil over here in a moment. And I haven't actually seen this highlight yet, but it's kind of you be the judge. You make the call on this one. 13 of Horn gets into the 22 of Shepard and then gets into him a second time, and Shepard goes around, and the ruling from the officials was to put the 13 of Horn to the rear of the field, and he was not very happy about that.
Yeah, it seems like 22 there's like kind of losing it a little bit. If you look at that, early on, like he's already kind of fishtailing a little bit. I don't know, maybe that's Griff, what do you think?
No, I think Buddy was just starting to apex for the corner, and Horn was going for the same spot, so they got together. I don't know how much intention was there, but I think Buddy was just starting his entry into the turn, which means one little tap and you're going to be sideways.
Right. Yeah, it didn't take a whole lot. And that restart, Buddy Shepard found a way to get all the way from last to second coming out of turn 2, going 3 wide. So it was an exciting night.
So going over the results again, so Lance Wilson wins the first of the 2 races. And then this is the Richardson crew here in the second. Quite a crew there, by the way.
Yeah, all the kids came out of the stands. Our trophy girls down there with him.
And there are the results. Richardson with the win, and Shepard finishing second.
I don't know if that name John Piker is familiar to you guys, but he, of course, 2013 champion at Bakersfield Speedway, making his debut in the late models, and he came home third. And Paul Ebersbacher, we keep talking about this. He keeps moving forward. I remember last year he was running races 2-3 laps down, and here he is fourth.
Nice. Race and Vernon there, our good friend there. Ronnie Davis, of course, winning the Southwest Tour Trucks race. And there he is with the win over Jim West and Daniel Coburn. And then Brandon Weaver, who we've met here on this show before, and he continues to dominate. By the way, I watched Australian Legends race on road course the other night on MAV TV or something along those lines. There's Brandon Weaver over Eric Olson, Garrett Fine, Eddie Garone, and Chad Actis.
Career best finish for Garrett Fine.
Terry Pettit here at the win, and there he is. And with Randy Smith finishing second, Dylan Baker third, and Sam Pesha? Piche. And Tyler Bannister, who made his debut on the show last week, he wins the Bandos. And exciting night of racing. There are the results, and there you go. So good stuff. So coming up this week, 2 weeks, the 26th. Tell me again what's going to happen.
We'll have the Sitco Late Model Twin 35s. The Spec Mods are back. The Junior and Senior Mini Dwarfs. And then the 911 Chiefs race. We go dark again on August the 2nd, and then arguably one of our busiest nights, August the 9th, will be the NX qualifiers. The winners of those races for the Legends and the Bandos will earn automatic spots in the Nationals, and so those will be pretty hotly contested. We'll have those Thunder Roadsters here, plus the Super Stocks and the Prolates. So 2 pretty busy nights coming up at KCRP.
All right. Stephen Blakesley, the new dad, thank you so much for joining us. We'll have a gift for you next week, by the way.
Thank you.
Some things you really need.
Okay.
Diapers. Lots of diapers. And Monster Energy Drink, brought to you by Advanced Beverage.
There you go.
All right. We'll see you guys in a minute here. We got Blake Bowser coming up from Auto Club Famoso Raceway. And you don't want to miss it, the premiere of Mike Griffith's Journeys on Saturday. We are back after these messages here on the Bako Motorsports Power Hour, brought to you by Budweiser.